So let's say you want to make your armor a little more roundish. It's not always something straight or anything like that, but you want to make it more popped up, you know, kind of like the little edges around here, or the this area right here where it's all kind of bumped up. You want something like that. Well, I got the tool for you, and I'll show you. 1 second. Got the heat gun. Now what's a heat gun? It's basically kind of like a radiator or kind of like a blow dryer for your hair, but it's much more intense heat coming from this than just a general blow dryer. You can go from 350 degrees to 850 degrees Fahrenheit, I believe. Yeah, it's really hot, and you want to be careful because this can really, you know, kind of burn your hairs on your own skin. So you definitely want to take precautions when using a heat gun. So let's go ahead and plug this in and show you what this heat gun can do. Now with heat guns, they sometimes have multiple settings. Mine has just general 2, one for low heat and then one for high heat. And with that, that's a lot of heat going on here, you know. Let me go ahead and show you how to shape things with heat. Boom. Alright, let's see. We got ourselves a bowl, a little simple bowl. You might want to use it for making like shoulder pads or knee pads or anything like that. So we take our foam, right? Our general standard foam. You know, and say, hey, you know, I don't need too much. Let me just cut a little bit. And let's shape something, right? Using this bowl right here too. So let's heat it up first. So you take your blow dryer, you roughly take about, I believe, 8 to 10 feet, or not 8 to 10 feet, that's ridiculous, 8 to 10 inches from the edge of the burner to the foam itself. And so let's go. So you keep on moving, sometimes heat the other side. And of course you do this wave motion so you keep from overheating one end and destroying the foam itself. Alright, seems to be hot enough. Let's shape our foam. So we push onto the surface really firmly so we can get some kind of shape going on. Right? Say, okay, I want to get this round shape going. And of course in this period, your foam also starts to harden as well. So it starts to become more denser when you put heat on the foam cells. Yeah. Alright, and pull off. Now we got this large roundish shape going on, right? Like I said. And it kind of stays there in a sense, you know, even when you push it down there, push it in between, it still stays the same. So now you got a large round shape like that. That's amazing. Woo! Now show a simple demonstration is its ability to seal the foam cells in order to conceal things. Now, of course, I'll teach later on about painting and sealing, but this is just a small demonstration of what sealing does versus non-seal. So, I'm going to take two sides right here. I'm going to divide sides. This is just a regular floor mat. We're going to divide the sides right there. Boom. Let's go ahead and do what we do. Alright. So, I'm going to heat only one side, and the other side would not be nothing. So, let's get busy. Alright, let's heat that side up. As when you're heating it up, you'll start to see that it starts to get a little shiny. Well, the side starts getting a little shiny. Alright. Now the heat is so expanded, it also went on the little side right over here. But I'll definitely show you a close-up as I get closer to the camera. Alright, so if you see right here, you see that shininess right there? Yeah, that's the heat. That's what happens when you heat the foam on this side right here. And this is what happens when you don't heat the side on that foam right there. Now you have like a more sealed area, almost like if you sandpapered like one side and make it extra smooth, while this side is more like, you know, like a squeegee, or, you know, kind of like a sponge in a sense. So yeah, there you go. This is what happens when you put heat over or heat on the foam. So there's also other ways of making round objects when you're doing cuts and stuff. You say, I want to make something round, but I don't want to use a blow heater or anything like that. I don't want to blow heat on it. Okay, well, I got something else for you, right? So, we learn today about doing arch cuts. So, what arch cuts, right? Arch cut is where you, instead of just doing a straight cut or anything like that, you do a round cut. I'm going to do a round cut, and then I do another round cut on another end. And then when I put those two together, then I get this little titsy bitsy angle that you can use, like I said, for either helmets or anything else you're putting together as well. So let's go ahead and try that out. Shape, say okay, I want to do a arc, so it's almost like a circle, just only a part of a circle. That's the shape we're gonna go for. Round cuts, round cuts. And do another round cut. Round cut. We have our round cut. Now you're saying, is that it? Is that all? Oh no, we gotta make another cut. We gotta make another round cut. See, when the round cuts come together, they almost create this kind of little shell like that. So, we'll do another round cut. Alright, now we have our round cuts. And if you put a round cut together, it would create the shell. You know? So simple like that. When you line it all together. If it was just a simple straight, like this one right here, and you do a round, then it will only round on the edges like this, but it will also round on the top end. So then you would have this type of shape. So that's also cool for, like I said, top armor or anything like that. It creates a nice little wedge. Then you glue it together, and it creates, like I said, a shell. So kind of thinking like this, and it creates a shell like that. You know, when your fingers are a little, you know, some fingers are like much more straighter, of course, but you know, it's just kind of curving in, basically like that. Later, we're going to talk about making patterns. So we're going from just talking about cutting stuff to actually creating shapes in order to create the 3D effects for foam and armor. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like it, you can like, share, subscribe to this channel. Boom.